So good morning, good afternoon, good night, everyone. So we're from Group 3, and this is our portfolio report. So our group consists of our three, me, Findra Boy, and then there is Rido, and then there is Alina. Okay, let's start. So where do we invest? So first we invest in Vale Indonesia Tbk, second is in Telkom, and the last one is in PTPP. So basically, Vale Indonesia, or the code in the EDX is INCO, is a leading Indonesian state-owned enterprise that engage in the production of aluminum. And the company itself operates integrated aluminum smelting facilities and power plants. Other than that, they also focused in the nickel industry. And lastly, PT Mine ID, which is the holding of BUMN Indonesia, just invest quite big amount of money to Vale and became the majority stockholder. And then the second one is Telkom, with the IDX code is TLKM. So Telkom at the moment is the Indonesia's largest telecommunication service provider, and it offers a wide range of service, include mobile telephony, fixed line telephony, and then internet and data communication. And the most famous brand that we know is Telkomsel. And lastly is PTPP. So PTPP in EDX code is PTPP. Actually is the prominent construction company in Indonesia, and it's involved in various construction projects, including the infrastructure, building, and industrial facilities. And it's part of BUMN also. So let's continue to Alina's part.
So for our first investment is in Coval. As you can see, we were able to buy it for 39.90 and then sell it for 4,400, which gives us a profit of 9.53%. Next slide. As you can see from the financial overview, ever since December of 2020, you can see that their total revenue, gross profit, operating income, and net income were uh, steadily increasing throughout the year, indicating that they have a good company performance by always improving and staying in a good shape. Next slide, please. Furthermore, you can see here that although Inco debt is the lowest, they also have a high net debt compared to the other industries and competitors. It means that Inco has cash left over that can cover its debt. Other than that, they also have a very good PE and price to book value compared to the industry average and fellow competitors, at least. Next slide, please. However, since 2014, Indonesia has implemented a new government policy to ban the export of raw minerals, which was just then fully implemented in 2020 and has then driven the downstreaming of mineral products in Indonesia, thus lowering its demand, particularly the nickel. However, currently, Indonesia and Australia have the biggest reserves in nickel, so that gives Indonesia a lot more room to grow their nickel business. Next slide, please. For the technical aspect, you can see here that their total revenue, gross profit, operating income, and net income has steadily increased throughout the year, indicating that they do still have a good company performance by always improving and stay in a good shape, as can be seen by the previous explanation of our ability to buy Inco for 39.90 and then selling it for 4,400, which gives us the profit of 9.53%. Next slide, please.
Okay, so the next one, having to have Inco and PTPP to our stock, we try to buy less risk stock in Telkom that we bought for 4,040, and we sold our stock in 3,870. In our Telkom stock, we lost our portfolio for about 4.30%. Next. Okay, so at the first place, we took Telkom stock because we thought that their total revenue, operating income, and net income are increasing throughout the year, and it's indicating that their company performance are always improving, and it is in a good shape. And Telkom stocks are having a great price and having a great interest, and we try to took their dividend, and we try to target their dividend by buying this Telkom stock in the in the in our group decision before we buy the Telkom stock. Next, after buying this Telkom stock, as we can see here, even Telkom compared to other similar industry such as Indosat and Excel, Telkom debt is the highest, but their net debt actually is quite decent because it is very lower than the industry average and its competitor. But also their PE ratio and price to book are very good comparing to the industry average and its fellow competitors. Even Telkom in their sector and their industry are the best, and we try to talk Telkom to have the less risk in our portfolio. Next. And after buying Telkom, when we look at the technical, after buying, we have losses in Telkom because uh, in the market, we know that Telkom prices are dropping, and we took our losses and we cut our losses in 3,870 because we got an information that this company investor has took their investment a lot, especially the investor from outside Indonesia, investor from the foreigners. They took a lot of their investment to Telkom, and that is one of the reason why Telkom stock are dropping. And because we recently know that information, we cut loss Telkom in 3,870. So we have losses only in 4% that we can cover up in Inco and PTPP that would Bernardus explain.
Okay, so entering the last stock that we invest in PTPP. It's actually one of our most profitable investment. So we buy it at 466 and we sell it at 570. So actually, why PTPP? So as you can see here, their total revenue, gross profit, operating income, and net income always increase in the last 5 years, indicating that this company performance is good. And after that, as you can see here, the P ratio and the price to book value ratio is very good compared to its industry average and the competitor average. So as you can see at the P ratio, PTP is in around 5.54, meanwhile the industry is in 7, and the ADI and Wika is far the number of PTPP achieved. And also, as we can see in the total debt and the net debt, yes, their total debt and net debt is the highest compared to the other. But at the moment, we believe that PTPP have the most promising project in the near future, which is the arrival of IKM itself, the IKM project. And with the new president elected, it can be confirmed that the IKM program will be continued. So our second reason basically is because the two PTTPP got two mega project in IKM. The first one is the new Bank Indonesia and the VVIP airport, and each valued at 942 billion and 2.2 trillion rupiah. Okay, and then let's look at the technical. So here we buy it at 566, and then we sell it at 570. So when the stock price reach 466, we believe that it is the bottom ground and it will rebound. So we buy it. And at first we already targeted in 570. And as we can see here, the stock actually went up a bit more. And then after that, it goes down until now. So I think we did a quite good job and we take a lot of profit from it. And to be exact is 20%. So I think that's all from us. But to conclude it, basically a lot of our stock selection is mainly because of the political state of Indonesia at the moment. So as you can see in INCO and in PTPP, the stock rise because of Prabowo and Gibran got elected as the new president. Because most likely they will continue what the Mr. Jokowi's cabinet has been doing, and hopefully all those programs that is already created can be run in the new cabinet. So I think that's all from our group. Thank you.